Night beginning to fall over Southern California, but the lights are shining bright here at the spectacular SoFi Stadium in metropolitan Los Angeles. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Los Angeles Rams and their Southern California rivals, the Los Angeles Chargers. The kicker, Dustin Hopkins, set to get this one going. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. And this is going to be returned from middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. Well, this defense for the Chargers, they were excellent a week ago in that victory over Indianapolis.
How'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Stafford. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one. Force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush.
Absolutely frees up your guys elsewhere. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. Oh, the return is Reed. A nice punt, but a good run back as well of 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Chargers in good field position to start out. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now it's Herbert. Eluding the... And a big loss here as he's taken down. Terrell Lewis has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over. After the sack, they come up on a 2nd and very long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert going deep here for Watkins. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown.
Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the opposing who plays in any series. And a big score like that adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs. Because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. 7 yards there and a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a play fake it at Stafford.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
On 2nd and 10, Stafford.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and it's 3rd down. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Hey, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
Darn right. They did something to disrupt that timing.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Throwing is Stafford. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives, and it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
Stafford. He'll get this complete to Cooper Kupp. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. The first drive this unit had, they punted. This drive, much more polished, just looking crisper, aren't they, moving the ball?
Maybe the first drive was a little bit of a wake-up call. Probably a little bit angry that they had to put the ball away the first time they had it. Got motivated, got to the sideline, said, okay, let's not let that happen here as we take over again.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. Khalil Mack in there for sack number 85 of his great career, moving him past Hall of Famer Howie Long on the all-time list.
Stafford going to give this to Akers.
And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position now more than ever is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker.
And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. A great effort there. His 11th touchdown of the year.
And the Rams are an extra point away from evening this one up.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent offer a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not...
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Rams are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Von Bell up to make the tackle.
And when the defense wins and gives up no yardage on a running play, that's something they can build on and carry themselves forward throughout the game.
Back to throw, Stafford. Flush to his right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Now Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Here comes Reed. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line.
Well, to me, it's pretty simple, and it's fairly obvious, isn't it? He's got to start making better decisions with the ball.
That's now 2 interceptions in the first quarter. After interception number 1, there was a long talk on the sideline, and now he's made another mistake.
Yeah, he's just been kind of laying these passes out there. He's kind of been floating them a little bit. He's got to be more decisive in his reads and definitely more decisive in throwing the ball. Rifle it in there every now and then. That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. They'll run on 1st down with Akers. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play because down this close, you absolutely don't know how to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped about time and decided throwing it away was his best option.
Seventh play in the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Derwin James with a pick.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, turnovers, obviously, Charles, always costly, but, man, when you throw those interceptions in the end zone like that, it really stings.
He tried to fit that one into his tight end, and
on Herbert, his third interception.
And they'll be at the 18-yard line. Great field position here in the red zone.
And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They felt they got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
On the handoff, running left is Akers.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
From the gun on third down, Stafford escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Gay's kick is good, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points. But that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now, they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Herbert on first down now. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now second down.
The Chargers at 14-1 now on the year. They come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now, I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
Here we go on fourth. Herbert. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. Give them 32 on the play. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Stafford. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks. He seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Robinson. And he is going to have a Rams first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Trying to find Kupp, but it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
Certainly feels like the classic second guess, but let's be honest about it. They had a chance going to halftime with the lead. Why did they take a chance with a throw there? I don't understand that.
Well, that's what I'm wondering. And now this defense has to try to protect that lead going into the locker room. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, so far on this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure, or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now a give. Akers running left. And he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the 1st down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And the lead is down to 1 now at 14-13. Well, still some climbing left to do to get back to even, but forcing a turnover and getting the field goal there, that's a small step toward erasing the early deficit.
Absolutely. That interception field goal, That's the beginning of what they hope will be several steps towards erasing that deficit and building a lead of their own by the time this game is over.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 1-point lead, you'd have to think they'll be looking just to get this to halftime.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Turns out to be a great idea to tuck that one. Good for 24 yards.
Evident there that he learned his lesson from the last drive. No way he was going to force a throw that time. When nothing broke open, kept it, and ended up running for a first down himself.
Dancing to his left. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Being chased out left. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout called. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This was the old NFL record distance for decades, a 63-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. So we have come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. The Charger drive about to get going.
This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, L.A. Miles Sanders, his 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Chargers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the 3rd quarter. I don't think you can get any more efficient or tidy, whatever word you want to use in that. And one play, 75 yards in zone.
Yeah, efficient, tidy, excellent words. How about explosive? 75 yards, one play. That means everyone handled their assignment, doesn't it? It doesn't just mean that the defense broke down. They really executed the way that was drawn up on the whiteboard. Big-time play, big-time result.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
That's complete to his tight end, Higbee. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
And the Rams first down.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle.
And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. The tackle is made by Micah Hyde. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
On Stafford for the third time is intercepted.
Derwin James with a pick. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. On is Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 14. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And not the first time that they're coming back out off of a turnover, but the last one really hurt Charles with that pick six.
And it feels like the whole team's infected right now, doesn't it? It's not just been one person. It's kind of been a group effort where the mistakes have happened. Can they put that aside, kind of start over, and put together a nice drive?
Looking to throw on second down. Stafford.
And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
What a difference a week makes. Last week he hit on over 80% of his passes. This week he's down under 50%. What do you see as the difference?
Well, I think we're used to seeing a drop. If someone's over 80%, they're not going to hold that number, not in this league. But a drop under 50%, that just tells me that the defense, they spent a lot of extra time on game films and came up with a really good plan to try and chip away this timing.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well. Throwing the football, he's not as sharp as he was last week when he was over 70%. Right now, he's under 50%.
Well, that comes from extra game film, extra time. You know those guys watched him all week, saw how precise he was, and constructed a defense to try and chip away at that, and thus far they've been successful.
They snap it to Stafford. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. And he brings this one back. It's a quick six and a Charger TD. Here's Hopkins now for the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns and 21 points. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
From the 27, Stafford. This is caught by Robinson. So the completion good for 7 there. And that will bring up 3rd and 1.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Play action, Stafford.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confidence.
Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
On 4th down, Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Eluding the pressure right. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection.
And now here is another interception.
And the Rams are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. If you would have told me this coming into the ballgame, I would have said never, not in a million years. But here we go.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. Now he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
These are the situations that really test a defense, those sudden changes. They're already inside field goal range to start the possession. Their goal now, keep it to a long kick if indeed they end up trying one.
3rd quarter action here in this regular season finale. This will be 2nd and 10.
Herbert now. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Michael Thomas, 33 yards.
And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
Hopkins will kick it away.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 7. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Desperation time for Stafford on 4th down.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he is going to have the Rams first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Now Stafford. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Stafford's throw here hauled in by Cup.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Stafford. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And now here's another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson.
And the Chargers are going to get the football here as he gets this up past the 20-yard line.
Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Herbert. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit too.
Here's Herbert. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Leonard Floyd able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away.
Taken from just outside the 30.
Following the punt return here, there's someone shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this is incomplete.
That incompletion brings us one step closer to the end of this one. Maybe mercifully, partner. And let's face it, though. No surprise, they're still flinging it around. They have pride, too.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Off the fake to Akers. Here's Stafford.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack, his second sack of the night.
Someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack. Now they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
They'll set up a throw.
And this will be incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost like the game believed their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Leonard Floyd. The 40. The 20. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown. Here's Gay now to add the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21.
That's the score. Chargers 41, Rams 20.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away.
Bearcats made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And that pick 6 a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a 3-possession 4th-quarter lead. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. Oh boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. On first down, it's Herbert. Going deep here for Watkins. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Herbert throws complete to Williams.
They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
A Charger first there as Herbert finds Williams.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Oh, I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete. Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say.
And my goodness, another interception. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him.
And he is going to go down for the 5th time tonight. And this one is going to be a safety. So a failure there to get rid of the football. I don't know in the end that it's going to matter much here with this game, but it yields another 2 points.
Yeah, I think I'm with you. It may not matter a ton with the deficit that's already there, but like my old coach used to say, it sure ain't going to help.
It doesn't help indeed. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. The Charger drive about to get going. They're looking at a 3rd straight win here if they can hold on. With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead. And thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down.
And now here's another interception. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8. The last time we saw 7, 2001, right? Yeah. Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8. Are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Meanwhile, Stafford's throw is complete into the hands of Higbee. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
3rd and 2, Stafford. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it.
And the Rams are going to have a 1st and goal coming up as they find a way to convert there on 3rd and 1.
I don't care how many times we say it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal. Stafford looks to throw again. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as he'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play.
This likely a must-have 3rd and goal.
From the gun, here's Stafford. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
We all know he's one of the better quarterbacks in the league, but definitely not today. His team trailed by multiple touchdowns and a late sack. Just a parting gift from the defense for him to take back to the locker room with him.
They snap it to Stafford. And my goodness, another interception.
And the Chargers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. Under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Chargers,
they continue their winning ways as they run their mark to 15-1 on the year.